Hi folks, Nathaniel here at Chicago Music Exchange. So, a few weeks ago, our good friends at JHS Pedals made a video about this, the Digitech Bad Monkey. And since that video, prices of this often overlooked pedal have skyrocketed, and now, of course, everyone wants one of these. So a lot of people here at the shop actually asked me if I'd ever used one, a Bad Monkey, and I said, wait, hang on, you mean the one that's based off the Cheeky Monkey? And they had no idea what I was talking about. No one here in the States has seen this before. So there's three things in the world that made me want to pick up playing the guitar. Number one, I wanted to be a drummer, but we couldn't afford a drum kit. Kind of sad, but worked out for the best. Oasis is number two, and number three was the tone of the Cheeky Monkey. Now, when I was a young lad growing up in Manchester, I actually had an opportunity to go see a show, and it was by a band called Snide, and they were great, and I fell in love with the guitar player's tone. And you know, I stuck around until the end, and I actually got to meet the guitar player, and it turns out the guitar player, Alan Partridge, he actually made the pedal that he was using, and he took it off his pedal board and he showed it me, and it was the Cheeky Monkey by Snide pedals. So after that show, I became actually pen pals with Alan Partridge, and he lived in the same area in Manchester as me. He lived in Levenshulme, where he had a little radio show, and it was also a bit of a handyman, you know, hence the pedals. In his free time, he played in Snide and made some handmade pedals for himself and his mates. I was very lucky to actually get one of these given to me for my birthday after a few years of knowing him. One of my prized possessions, actually. This is actually Cheeky Monkey number 9. Signed by Alan Partridge as well, which is very cool. Now, his wife was actually an artist and would paint each of these pedals, and they've all got their own very unique designs. Eventually, Alan actually stopped making pedals and focused on his radio show, which was starting to take off. Now, in the Manchester music scene, the Cheeky Monkey actually became the stuff of legend, and everyone was trying to find one. And I was very lucky. I actually found number 18 at a used shop down in London, and I bought it just in case anything happened to my number 9. Now, when the Bad Monkey actually came out, the word on the street was that it was actually a duplicate of the Cheeky Monkey. I've actually had the chance to play both, and yeah, it is pretty close, but nothing will ever replace my cheeky little monkey. So the folks here at Chicago Music Exchange have been very kind and gracious to allow me to store my, coveted pedal inside the gear vault while it sits next to other legendary pedals, including a couple of clones, an actual tube screamer owned by Steve Ray Vaughan, and the Bad Monkey. If you actually happen to see one of these out in the wild for sale somewhere, please don't hesitate to buy it, or better yet, let me know and I'll get it, because you can never have enough Cheeky Monkey.